What's going on, guys? So we're back at it again. This is going to be a little bit different video. I'm just going to talk to you guys about all the projects that I have, and then at the end of the video, leave a comment, let me know what you want to see me work on. So the first one we're going to talk about is my 1990 Honda Civic. So this was the first car I bought, well, second car I bought, and I got it from my uncle. It has a B16 A1. It's the little Japanese motor. It's got a 5-speed in it. So my uncle did the full swap. It's still got the stock header on it, but I did put a catback exhaust on it, just a cheap brand, like whatever eBay brand it was. So the goal on this vehicle is to just pull the motor like I'm kind of doing on the, like I did on the Monte Carlo, and just do seals all the way around it. Maybe do some internals to it, like cam, some type of valves or something, but for right now it's just going to be keep it as it is. It's got coilovers on it. They're just Max Speedy Rod coilovers, and some wheels that came on the Miata when I got it. So when it comes to the interior on this one, I actually put the SI seats for this body style of Civic, but other than that, it's pretty stock on the inside. No steering wheel, no nothing like that. The goal would be to redo the interior, like the seats, because as you can see, they're torn up a little bit on the driver's side. Passenger side's a little weird too, but other than that, it's pretty much stock on the inside. Now we'll get to the next vehicle. This is a 2004 Mini Cooper S. It's sit on BBS wheels. It's all stock suspension. So on these, from 2002 to 2006, were supercharged. So when it comes to the parts we've put on it, it has a little cheap cold air intake, MSD coil box. This is a coolant reservoir. They come plastic, like molded together, and they crack in the center. It's got a 17% drop pulley on it. We put a full exhaust, so it's got a header, little test pipe piece, and then catback all the way down. What it needs is the supercharger intercooler, and then also the boots for it, and then a few other odds and ends that we'll put on other videos. But yeah, if you want to see more on this one, maybe get it tuned, something like that, yeah, let us know about that too. All right, guys, so the next vehicle that we're going to talk about is my 1991 Mazda Miata. This has the 1.6 NA engine in it. I turbocharged it. It's still stock internals, everything. This is the bad crank, so it has like a wobble to it. But I bought a turbo manifold, an eBay turbo piping, like the intercooler piping. It does have Mishimoto intercooler on it. It's got a fake KBD body kit that's fiberglass. It's got an eBay blow-off valve. It does have RX-8 injectors, the yellow top injectors, and it's running on a Mega Square ECU. It was pretty easy to put all together. It's just figuring out what all I needed to do, watching videos and stuff like that. It's definitely not the cleanest. The person that had it before me sprayed a bunch of black spray paint in here, as you can see here. They also sprayed Plasti Dip all over the car. So there's like some of it here, it's still kind of sticky. And then also they screwed these fender flares in here. But I put these wheels on it. I put it on cheap eBay coilovers, the Max Speeding rods, when like they first came out. I got on the inside, it's still stock interior, but it does have an AEM wideband gauge and a boost gauge. And then it also has an NRG wood grain steering wheel. When we come to the back here, the exhaust is open all the way until like the very end. There's like a cherry bomb right here. It's pretty sure it's MagnaFlow or Flowmaster. And then it just comes out to a 3-inch tip. It had a huge wing on it. And then I ended up putting this dovetail on it and taking these out. It does have some surface rust, but the one place it's not rusted out is down here on the inside, which is pretty hard to find on these older Miatas. I do have this 1.6 that has the good crank on it. So there's two different kinds. There's the long nose crank and the short nose crank. All it is the short nose. The crank piece only comes out a little bit into the harmonic balancer, and it'll end up wearing the key and causing it to wobble. And then you'll just have to buy a new crank. But I went ahead and bought that engine. It came with this valve cover and then also a transmission. So my main goal on this vehicle here is to throw that motor in there and then clean it up, fix the odds and ends. This window regulator just broke recently, so the window kind of goes up and down as it wants. So just fix it up a little bit, and then I'm probably just going to sell it. I have more, as you'll see in the rest of this video, I have more projects, so I need to sell this one because it's not too bad, and they're going up in price just because all the people out here drifting them and stuff like that. So drift tax is pretty good. So yeah, the goal is to sell it to pay for these other projects. There you go. All right, so the next vehicle we're going to talk about is this 1967 Ford F100. So built Ford Tough with Chevy stuff. We got a 350 small block on the inside. It's got an NV3500 transmission from like an S10, the same one that I'm putting in the Mighty Max. So yeah, this one's got the Chevy swap in it. I've lowered it on the Crown Vic subframe, so it's got the full aluminum with coilovers and everything. It's got Cobra R racing wheels on it with disc brakes on the front. The back is still all original, so it's got the original Ford rear end in it. My goal is to put the Crown Vic rear end in the back and then fix the interior up some. So it's got the original big seat. There's a pretty good hole in the floor here and over there, you can see. I have the pedal for it to put this on there, but I got the pedal assembly and everything out of a OBS Chevy truck. So I'd like to get a new center console here. Like the door handle doesn't work, the window half the time doesn't work. So just replace odds and ends like that. I want to get the Crown Vic rear end out of the P71 Crown Vic. Same thing I did as the front, but it'll have disc brakes in the back. Maybe do a 4-link on it. I also have another 350 small block in the garage that I'm currently painting and trying to build up. Maybe throw cams in it and valve springs. And yeah, this is pretty much it. The license plate is my Chevy on the back of it. And yeah, this is it's been a project that's set for 20 something years. I wrote in it as a little kid, and then I got it for my grandpa and just been fixing it ever since. So yeah, that's that one. The next one will be this 1984 Fleetwood Jamboree. So this is a camper that I got from my parents. If you look on the inside, it's got the old retro look to it. So it's all like fuzzy carpets, all that stuff. So I've actually started taking the backside apart. As you can see, there's a bunch of cabinets and stuff missing, and doors and stuff off of it. The goal on this one, it has a hole, like a few holes in the metal on the roof. The plan would be to fix those and then take the inside out and then pretty much modernize it a little bit. It's got a 460 big block in it. It's got like 80-something thousand miles or something like that. 91,000 miles. So it's not bad. I mean, I drove it from Greensboro to South Carolina and then South Carolina to here towing a vehicle. So it definitely works. It sounds good. It's got a really loud exhaust on it. But yeah, it needs fixing. There's some cracks on the outside. Like I said, the top needs to be completely resealed. But I'd like to completely tear out the inside and redo everything on there. So if you'd like to see that one, let me know. All right, so the next two things we're going to talk about, I got this 1985 Mini Cooper. So this is a 998cc. It's a right-hand drive, so it's pretty rusty on like a few parts down here on the door, and then also on the driver's side as well, and the driver's door is rusted out. So this one, the guy that I had it before me, I guess they stripped a bolt out in the oil pan, but the oil pan is also like the transmission pan, so the motor bolts together. But as you can see, it's just a little tiny engine. So yeah, they stripped out that bolt and just had blue RTV in the piece, but it's not like a re-drill it and tap it thing because, like I said, that bottom piece is not a pan, it's actually the transmission. So I blew the engine on this one because it ran out of oil. But I do have a B18 non-VTEC motor and a transmission that I could put in here for a swap. So that would be the goal on this one, is to put that swap in there. I've already redone the front end, as in like wheel bearings, brakes, and all that stuff. So that's all new, but it's been sitting for a while. So yeah, swap that, put that motor in there, and then that would be that one. Then we got this one. So I got the truck and this at the same time. This is a 1964 Volkswagen Dune Buggy. It's a Scat Cat. These were originally made in Durham, North Carolina. So this one, I got it when I was a kid. The floors were completely rotted out of it. So I actually cut it out and then put angle iron down here on the bottom and pulled the motor off of it, but I haven't touched it since. So this one needs a motor, Probably new wiring, because you can see this is all just old and dingy stuff. So this one needs like a complete overhaul. So that one will be a good money pit, but it would be worth it. It's a fiberglass body, so the body's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I put a gas tank in it when I was in high school, thinking I was gonna get into it, but I really didn't. But now I'm starting to get back into the cars and stuff. So if you'd like to see this one, also let me know. All right, so the next one we're gonna talk about is the 2015 Mini Cooper S Countryman. This is my wife's car. The biggest plan for that is maybe an exhaust. We're gonna keep it all original. Other than that, it's just for the baby. The last car we're gonna talk about is the 1989 Mitsubishi Mighty Max. So you guys have already seen we're doing the LS swap on it and all that stuff. I got everything to do the exhaust. It needs a rack for the front because I'm trying to do power steering on it, because it's got the Pitman and idler arm and all that with a steering box. So yeah, let me know what you guys want me to put more attention into, which project out of these, and we'll make better videos on those. But like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and come back for the next video.